Whenever you're ready.
Oh,
are you ready?
Going.
Are you ready to go? Yeah.
Yeah, let's go.
We're ready? We're going to do it?
We're good.
Right now?
Yeah, let's start the show.
Okay. So, welcome back to episode number 10.
Double digits.
10. We said last week if we did it this week, it'd be number 10. And if we didn't do it this week, it'd still be number 10 next time we did it.
Yeah, and lo and behold, we did it this week, and we're number 10.
Yeah, this is 1-0. That's like the opposite of 0-1. If that makes any sense at all.
Yeah, it does.
So what's going on? We just watched a movie.
We did. We watched Batman.
Batman Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood.
See, and who was under the Red Hood? You will have to wait to find out.
Yo, there you go. That way, keep the people in suspense. So, did you have any news this week?
News this week? No, I got some questions though. I got our trivia. Did you got some news?
I got some news.
You got some news?
Yeah. Apparently, Ben Affleck teased a little Deathstroke for either the upcoming Batman movie or Justice League. I've seen it rumored to be in both, but
oh really? That's pretty cool.
I heard he's going to be the main villain in the Batman standalone movie.
Cool. That's one that we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, it happened earlier today sometime. I was keeping it under wraps, saving it for the show.
Keeping
it
in my pocket.
Yeah.
And
it's like my pocket aces.
When you pulled that out, you actually pulled your pocket out too. Can you tuck that back in?
Yeah. Do you know what Deathstroke's name is, other than Deathstroke?
No.
We went over this last week. It was part of the trivia.
I don't remember.
It's Slade Wilson.
Slade. Oh yeah, that's right. Slade Wilson.
Yeah, because it's like Deadpool's Wade Wilson. I said they have that quote unquote connection.
Yeah, Slade Wilson and Dan Wilson.
Dan. Dave Wilson.
Dave Wilson.
Yeah.
Who's Dave Wilson?
Wilson Phillips.
Okay.
We're just moving. We're just like Russell Wilson. There you go. They're bringing it back to actors.
Who's Russell Wilson?
He's a football player. Oh, actually, he's a baseball player for Texas Rangers, but he doesn't play.
You just said bring it back to actors.
Yeah.
What movie's he in?
I don't know. He stuck out to me, but football players are actors too.
Oh, okay.
I was bringing that tie in. I mean, The Rock. He played football for Miami, and then he went wrestling, and now he's like the highest grossed actor in Hollywood this past year.
Oh, really?
He made the most money.
That's because he did like 1,000 movies last year.
Well, it's because of like the Fast and the Furious 18 or whatever they're on. So that's where he makes all his money.
He's also going to be in one of the Batman movies coming up.
Isn't he supposed to be
Shazam?
Shazam, yeah.
Yeah.
Or Black Adam. I think it's Black Adam.
It's one of those two.
I think it's Black Adam. We'll say Black Adam.
I can't remember.
Should
I Google it? Should I Google it while we're...
No. We're saying Black Adam. You heard it here first. And if we're wrong, you're wrong. That's how it goes. We're 100% right. We are never wrong. We also talked about this last week. I may not always be right, but I'm never wrong. That's how it goes.
That is true.
Yep. 100%. I don't think I know my Rocky Maivia. Did you know that was his name in wrestling before he became The Rock?
Oh, you might have got this. This is Black Adam.
Of course I got it. Dwayne Johnson, man.
I can't believe you got that right.
I'm up on The Rock, dude. He's like one of the few actors that I actually like. Which is kind of weird. But I grew up watching wrestling, and he was The Rock. So, of course, whenever he went to be in movies, I followed along with him.
And he's going to be in the Shazam movie.
Oh, so it's the Shazam movie, because Black Adam is supposed to be Shazam's nemesis, correct? Come on, man. All right, I'm not doing the trivia this week. I'll do the trivia next week, and I'll ask you that exact question and see if you remember.
Is that awkward silence that I hear or don't?
Yeah, that's awkward silence.
So, cool. That's some awesome trivia. Wait, have you started your countdown yet?
Countdown to what?
Luke Cage.
Who? Is that Johnny's brother?
Yes.
Or what's the daughter's name? I think it starts with an S, but I can't remember what her name is. You know Johnny Cage has a daughter, right?
No, Luke Cage and Jessica Jones have a daughter.
Is it Jessica Cage?
No.
Oh. Luke Jones?
No.
Oh. What's the daughter's name?
I don't remember.
Selma Blair.
I wonder if... That's kind of funny.
Do you know who Selma Blair is?
Yeah, she was in... I want to say she was in Cruel Intentions.
Yeah, she was. Yep, she was the one that...
And she was in... yeah, she has a really... Her hair, like, comes way down her forehead.
I guess. I don't pay attention to that.
Yeah, she was in that show with Charlie Sheen. Anger Management.
Anger Management.
Yeah, I like this. Pretty good show.
I was like, what's the other 2.5 Men?
That was okay.
Oh, she wasn't in that. That was okay. That was like what he's
I'm
known
just kidding.
for. Oh.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm pretty sure you like that show.
That show was great till he left.
Yeah, that's what.
But she
everybody
came
says.
back last episode.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
how'd
dropped
that
a
go?
piano on him.
They killed him off.
Well, they killed him off twice, actually.
I'm back and dead.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how you show some love to somebody.
I guess.
Winning.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Wait, he's not dead, is he?
No. Not yet,
Not yet.
but soon. I mean, 2016 still going, and I mean they're claiming lives left and right. And was it Gene Hackman passed away today?
Really?
Yep.
I almost had a trivia question about him.
Oh,
That
really?
would have been perfect.
You know what he was in? Name one movie that he was in.
Wasn't he in Different Strokes?
That's the TV show. But I don't know.
Oh.
I can name 2 movies.
Along Came Polly?
I don't know.
I
I mean, if they might be in that movie, but I don't know it.
Gilmore Girls.
I don't think he ever was. Was it Gene Hackman or was it Gene Wilder?
He was in
one,
Superman, one of those
Yeah.
movies.
Yep. Sure was.
Yep.
There's also Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Before Johnny Depp redid it. He was the original one.
Well, Johnny Depp didn't redo that.
I'm pretty sure Johnny Depp is in it, isn't he?
No. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Johnny Depp is in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And he plays Willy Wonka.
It's pretty much the same thing. I didn't see that one. I saw the original. I didn't see the new updated Charlie one,
That one was pretty good.
supposedly.
That was really good.
Take your
Johnny
word for it.
Depp's almost good in everything he does.
But speaking of movies, I did see the end of Lego Movie last night.
Everything is awesome. I watched that too last night.
Really? It was on
Yeah, it was
TBS?
on TBS.
Yeah,
I DVR'd it also.
I wanted to. I saw it on TV and I was like, I'm going to back up and watch it from the beginning, and it wouldn't let me.
So you got TV at your house now?
I got TV in my house now.
When did you get satellite?
Yesterday? Day before yesterday.
Dang.
Saturday. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to say Saturday.
That was the day before yesterday.
Yeah, so Saturday.
Cool.
Yes, sir. I got TV now. Now I'll never get anything done ever. I need to watch basketball till late last night because it was on again. It's been on quite a bit, and I have to watch that movie.
Never seen it.
Basketball
Yeah.
is one of my all-time favorite movies, and will stay there forever.
Along with...
It's easily a top 3 movie for me.
Is it as high as Avengers Age of Ultron?
It's way higher than that. I actually can see that on TV because I have like the Dish movies or whatever, and it's there. That and Ant-Man.
So you're going to rent them?
Well, it said I could record them, so I tried to record them and see if I can watch them later on my DVR. But I mean, they're available. Maybe I can actually watch movies now.
Maybe.
I won't have to borrow yours.
They are in there. So, before we get into the movie, we watched Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yeah.
Not actually Batman Under the Red Hood. It's Batman apostrophe or
I wonder if that's kind of
colon.
like a 30
Under
for
the
30
Hood?
series. Batman Under the Red Hood. It's like
Maybe.
like Miami.
Yeah, I
Back
had
in
no
the
idea
day, whatever.
he had a red Corvette
Well, why wouldn't he?
under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood. What kind of horsepower has he got under that Red Hood?
355
355 cc?
stock.
Oh.
I don't know. We don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, talking about Mario Kart.
Okay, so let's get into some trivia. We'd like to start the show 10 minutes in with our trivia. So let's go ahead and get with the trivia. We got 5 trivia questions today.
Okay, I'm actually looking over them as we speak. As you speak. I'm not talking.
Are you looking at the answers?
Yes.
Good answer. What building served... by the way, this is number 1.
Okay.
What building served as the original headquarters for the Fantastic Four? And you got 4 choices here.
Okay.
You got Four Freedoms Plaza, Stark Tower, Titans Tower, and Baxter Tower?
I'm going to go with D, the Baxter Building.
I'm sorry, Baxter Building. There's no A, B, C, or D, though.
I'm going
sorry.
to go with number 4.
You're going to go with the Baxter Building?
I'm going to go with the Baxter Building.
Should I give you the answer now or tell you later?
Now.
That is correct.
Yes.
All right, number 2. What color was Hulk when he was originally introduced?
Okay.
You got 4 choices here. You got red, gray, green, and purple.
I don't know if this would be a trick question or not.
Ooh, could be.
It could be. But
We're referring to the comic book, not the movie.
I'm going to say it's not a trick question, and he was gray.
Okay, do you have anything to back that up?
No. Well, I know the Red Hulk is like a different Hulk. I mean, and I've never heard of a purple Hulk. And I know the Green Hulk. So I'm going to say when he was originally introduced, they didn't have color then. So
He was introduced in the mid to late 80s.
So they didn't have color then. So I'm going to go with gray. I'm going to take a guess here.
That is correct. Can you tell me why?
No.
Because it said, I can't remember if it was Stan Lee or if it was someone else, did not want Hulk to be a race.
Oh.
So if he was gray, he didn't represent any race.
Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure that's what I read today. And so, and the reason why he ended up being gray is, in green is because in the first issues they had trouble getting the color gray to translate into the comic book. And some of the shades of him in the first comic come out as green. So the way they changed it is they said that the Green Hulk is much more angry and stronger.
Oh, okay.
And so in some comic books, I think, if I remember right, the Gray Hulk can talk like Bruce Banner or make sentences, and the Green Hulk cannot.
Oh, okay.
So
it's when he's angry.
Yes, when he's angry.
You don't want to see him when he's angry.
Okay, so number 3. What is She-Hulk's day job? Is she a dancer, a lawyer, a scientist, or an engineer?
Okay, this is a trick question because she's dead. According to Civil War. But
Civil War
2. Yeah. But before she got killed off, she was a lawyer.
That is correct. That was the easy one.
That was an easy one. I knew that one because Civil War 2. I read comics.
I should have asked this next question a little bit differently, but I didn't.
Okay.
But here we go. Number 4. What is the name of Kingpin's skyscraper? Is it Oscorp Tower, Stark Tower, Fisk Tower, or Baxter Building?
I'm going to say Fisk Towers.
Do you have any reason to back that up?
Well, Baxter Building, Fantastic Four. Oscorp does Spider-Man, Osborn, or yeah, isn't it? The Green Goblin guy. Stark Tower, obviously Tony Stark's tower. So that leaves Fisk Tower. Isn't his name like Carlton Fisk or something like that?
Wilson
Fisk.
Fisk.
That was going to be my other guess was Wilson. Or Winston Fisk. I think I was going to say Winston.
That's correct. Would you have said Fisk Tower if I had asked that question before the Fantastic Four?
Yes.
Because I'm guessing did you know that was Baxter Building was Fantastic Four? Or
it was between that and the Four Freedoms. Because it said originally in the original headquarters. I was like, well, could they have been in the Four Freedoms? That one was the tricky one.
Oh. Okay, last question. What was the Super Friends headquarters called? Watchtower, Hall of Justice, Justice League Satellite, or Justice Tower?
Now, I know of this because I watched a lot of cartoons and I watched a lot of South Park. And they rip on they call them the Super Best Friends. And it's all the different religions and stuff. So it's the Hall of Justice.
Is that your final answer?
It is.
That is incorrect.
What?
I'm just kidding. That's right.
I was like, no, that's right.
So that gets us through our weekly trivia questions.
Woohoo! 100%.
5 for 5.
Yeah.
Damn.
5 for fighting.
Did I get all of them right last week?
I'm pretty sure you did. I'm
I
going
feel
to say
like I
you
missed
did.
one, but I can't remember.
I mean, we should have a paper in here somewhere.
That's okay. We don't even know that bad.
You don't, you don't care that bad?
No.
Well, if y'all are following along with us while you're taking the test, hey, let us know. Send us a tweet what you guys got. Some trivia if you got any. We'll definitely throw it in there and mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, if you guys want a trivia question, shout out. Let us know the trivia question. and make sure you give us the answer, and we'll give you a shout out
Yeah, for sure.
at New Comic Fans on Twitter. So check us out there. So this week we watched a movie today. We watched from the great year of what? Do you remember what year this came out?
2006. No. I'm going to say 2012. Just because it had John DiMaggio in it, who is the voice of Marcus Phoenix in the Gears of War games. In case you didn't know. As soon as I saw his name, instantly, bam, knew who he was. He played the Joker, which I thought was kind of a weird fit. I kind of liked how the Joker looked in this one, with like the longer hair, and it was kind of messy and scraggly, but I didn't really care for John's interpretation of the Joker. I liked his laugh. I didn't like his normal voice.
Really?
Yep.
2010. That's what I started to say. Was 2010.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said 2012.
I said 2010.
We can listen back to this.
Rewind it.
All right, y'all just sit tight real quick. We're going to listen back.
I said 2012.
We were just sitting here. It was awkward silence.
Yeah, it was awkward.
Josh does not like awkward silence.
I don't, man. I do a lot of other types of recording and videos and stuff, and silence is not a good thing. You need to fill that silence with something.
It's not adult videos, is it?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
But if it is, there you go. Yeah. They don't call me Mr. J for nothing. They don't call me Mr. J at all.
So, did you think that... you mentioned the Joker. Did you think that this Joker kind of... Or actually, I take that back. Do you think that the Joker from The Killing Joke, he was kind of drawn from this Joker a little bit?
And maybe a little bit. This one seemed a lot more psychotic than the other one did.
Than The Killing Joke one?
Yep. Yep. I mean, he just seemed just so much more like spontaneous. I mean, he might have had a plan, but he came across as really spontaneous, really reactive compared to The Killing Joke. Because the thing I'm thinking of is whenever he's talking to another bad guy, and he's like, "Hey, can I get a glass of water?" And he like smashes the water, cuts the dude's throat, takes his gun, and kills all the guards. And then he's like, "Okay, now we can have a conversation. Like, no big deal. Like, whatever." And it was like, bam, like no problem, no harm, no foul. Didn't even think about it. He just did it, and then went right back to his normal routine. Like, that was it. He was just eating like crackers and then
Chips,
and then grabbed a glass of water, broke it, killed everybody, and it was like, "All right, cool. Yeah, what do you want?" It's like, well, all right, all right then.
And then he asked for some more men.
Yeah, and he's like, "I need some guards, but not these guys because they're dead." Where
Well,
the other one wasn't quite as, to me, it wasn't quite as psychotic as that. He
Well,
was more planned out.
I think he was more planned out. I think that The Killing Joke, if I would guess, was later in his career as a Joker. And I think he had a plan. His plan, I think, was to prove that anyone could end up like he was in that movie or that book, and it just takes one day. He repeated that several times in that movie, and he was like trying to prove that. In this one, I think he wanted to kill the Batman in this one. I don't feel like he wanted to kill the Batman in The Killing Joke.
I could see that, yeah.
So let's just start at the beginning. We took a few notes, I guess, during the movie since we watched it at the house, at the crib,
At the office.
at the office.
The headquarters. The New Comic Fans headquarters.
Yeah. We actually we moved Josh's desk back a little bit, so it feels like we got a lot of room in here.
Yeah,
So
he feels a long ways away.
yeah, if we're yelling, it's because we're now like 6 feet apart.
Because now that you're here, so far away.
Now that you Who sings that?
I was like, who is that? Is that Nickelback? No?
That's Stained.
I'm pretty much the same thing.
No, it's not.
They're both from
not
Canada.
I don't. Is he from Canada?
I don't know.
I don't think he's from
He
Canada.
had like one good song.
N-
Stained was bad.
Bad at what? You're joking, right?
No. He had one, maybe two good songs in his career, and that was about it. Everything else was lame. Seriously.
That's a joke, right?
That's serious. I don't like slow music. I don't like the like Nirvana and stuff like that. Like they got Smells Like Teen Spirit, and after that they got nothing. It just doesn't appeal.
They got
to
a
me.
few other ones that aren't slow.
It just doesn't appeal to me.
Well, that's fine, but Stained and Nirvana are nothing alike. Let's just go ahead and clear that up really
There
fast.
are a lot alike.
No, they're not.
All right, we'll agree to disagree.
Nirvana is more like the Social Burn, which is not even a big fan. I don't know why I mentioned them. What is the Stone Temple Pilots? I don't care for them. That sounds like Nirvana. Creed, kind of the Nirvana.
No.
Yes.
Creed sounds way more like Stain than Nirvana. 100% more like Stain than Nirvana.
You must have never listened to any Stain then. Stain
I had the Gray album. I don't remember. I remember the cover was.
And you
gray.
probably only listened to like 3 songs on it, right? Because Stain is a pretty hard rock band.
Yeah, I didn't like.
Yeah,
Stain. Everything I heard was slow, except for their hits, and then that was about it. Like I've even seen them in concert, and that was the only songs I knew.
Well, I've heard they're really bad in concert because he's like kind of a lazy singer, just stands there.
Well, a lot of people are bad in concert, though.
Yeah. No, Stain. It has some hard rock.
They were a letdown to me. They are not even close to a top 100 band. Bad.
Well, I don't know if I'd give them a
Bad.
top
They're
100
bad.
band.
They're bad. Just to throw
I would
that out
say
there.
that they're top 10 rock bands of the 2000s.
I might give you that.
Maybe top 5.
I don't know.
Who would you put top 5? Let's just get this off real quick. Top 5 of 2000,
rock bands.
2000 to 2009.
All right, Nickelback. I
Okay.
consider them a rock band. For sure, they're in the top 5. Whether you like them or not, they were the 2000s for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Rockstar gets them in there by itself.
Yeah.
And I'm not a big fan of that song.
Would we go with Hinder? I don't think they were big enough, or like globally, or even across
I
America.
think that,
Like
well,
they had a couple of decent songs, but they didn't really take off like a Nickelback did.
right? Because they're on almost everybody's one-hit wonder list.
3 Doors Down, probably. Yep. I would
Really?
say
You
above
say top
Stain.
5?
For 2005.
What song did they release in 2000 to 2009?
I don't know, but
Because their album that was good was in the 90s.
it was
which
it
is
had
Kryp-
it in the late 90s.
It was
Kryptonite.
Kryptonite, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
because
90s.
the next one after that wasn't bad either.
It was okay. It was kind of that whiny, slow music that you don't like.
Sure, it was.
No. It was
Theory of a Dead
So
Man.
Far Away. No, not So Far Away. I don't think they're that big either. I think they're big around here.
Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, they might get it. I think
Yeah.
Disturbed.
Disturbed
Disturbed
most
there.
definitely. Yeah.
Stained, Linkin Park.
Linkin Park. Yeah. So Stain's not in the top 5. No.
Would Korn fit in that list?
Who?
Korn?
Corn.
I don't know.
I would say they're.
Slipknot, maybe.
I don't know about the 2000s. Maybe early 90s, early to mid 90s.
I'm not a big Korn fan anyway.
Corn kind of dropped off. Who else would it be? There's another
System
band.
of a Down.
System
Although
of a Down,
I think
probably.
they're kind of pretty slow. They had a couple.
They
songs.
were a lot more rock heavy until the guy went on his own and did his own stuff.
Surja.
Yeah,
I can't remember what his name
couldn't remember what his name is. And then there was somebody else I couldn't think of. Maybe 3 Days Grace. I mean,
I
they
think-
they had a couple of they were a lot harder than Stain was.
No, I disagree 100% with that.
Okay.
I'm a big 3 Days Grace fan. I'm a big Stain fan also. I have every album they've done, I think. Break the Cycle was by far the best one.
Avenged Sevenfold,
Skillet.
Skillet, yeah.
So-
Yeah, see, so Stain's not even in the top 10. Come on, man.
I bet if we look at album sales, they would be really high up there.
They probably
You know
would.
what? After the show, we're going to look this up.
Okay. They'll do a post show.
Yeah, we'll do this post show, and we might let you guys know next week. So back to the comic book fans.
Oh, yeah, what were we talking about?
Yeah, we watched the movie today, so
Freaking derailed like crazy.
we did.
We jumped from the A train to the F train. Zeesh.
So
I don't know if there is an F train.
how did the movie start up? Do you remember how it started up?
Yeah, I mean, it was like 2 hours ago. Robin was getting beat the crap out of.
Yeah, it was kind of. It was a little morbid, you know. It was
Yeah. Well, 'cause-
Joker just whooped, and that was the Jason Todd Robin. If you're familiar, then you know where this is going, probably.
Yeah. It was just weird because typically, like the Batman fights with the Joker and everything, it's not that brutal. And to me, it was just him once again showing that he cares about nobody else but Batman. He could kill anybody. It doesn't matter. He's focused on Batman. So just because he got the sidekick, he's like, I'll make him suffer.
Right.
I'll make Batman suffer by beating the crap out of his little buddy here. He didn't care one bit. He was just doing whatever.
Yeah, and he let it lead that Batman thought he might could save him.
Yep.
And he was seconds away from dying.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the beginning of the movie, you find out that Jason Todd has been Robin for a while. It looks like probably a few years. Well, probably at least 5-6 years, I would say. Yeah. And he gets the SHIT beat out of him by the Joker.
Yep, the crowbar just absolutely waylays on him.
And then Joker leaves him to die, and building blows up. It appears that Jason Todd has died, and in fact he has.
Yep, he's dead man.
Yep, so Batman was unable to save him, and then it fast forwards 5 years, and this is where the Red Hood is kind of like jumps on the scene and is running the streets of Gotham.
Yeah, essentially goes after some of the bigger drug lords in the area, and they're like freaking out about this dude because they don't know who he is. They think he's associated with Black Mask, and he's like, no, y'all work for me now or you're dead, like straight up.
And I get 40% cut.
And I get 40% cut from each and every one of you.
Yep.
Whatever you sell, I get 40%. And they're like, why would we do that? And he's like, yeah, you're going to do it.
And he throws a bag of heads down on the table.
He's like, these are all your top guys. And that was like within 2 hours. So
what do you think I can do it the whole night?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's pretty interesting to see that aspect of it, that
so
the Red Hood's willing to do whatever it takes. I mean, he could kill people, cut off guys' heads. He'll do whatever it takes to run Gotham.
Right. And so you instantly, I mean, for me and Josh, we both think if this could be spoiler. And if this is a 2010 movie, so we're doing spoilers all the way. If you hadn't seen it, go check it out. Come back, listen to us, and give us your opinion. We both knew from the beginning that the Red Hood was going to end up being Jason Todd. Right. I don't think it was any doubt. I think even maybe before we watched the movie, we figured that's what it was.
Right. Well, I knew he was a Robin. I didn't know which one he was.
So, yeah, we kind of knew that from the beginning. So, it's just going to be, we were watching knowing that he was Jason Todd, trying to find out when Batman would figure it out. Or we were guessing. We didn't know for sure. We were guessing. And waiting to see when Batman would figure it out.
Yeah.
So, what did you think about, so in The Killing Joke, we got to see a flashback to how the Joker was created.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, it gave a very similar flashback.
It was almost identical.
Yeah, it was. And
it's kind of crazy how maybe the Killing Joke took the scenes from this movie and essentially reused them, but I mean,
I'm guessing it was in the comic.
It was real close, like
yeah.
art. Well, I mean, art style and everything was real close.
It was, and it could have been a comic that followed the other ones. I don't know. So I mean, because I don't know. It doesn't matter. So because there was no Robin in The Killing Joke, so it could have been years later.
Yeah.
That could have been Jason Todd.
It could have been the in-between time.
Yeah.
A long ago.
So, we get to see a flashback to the Joker being created, I guess. And the Red Hood and all that. And so there's also, Batman has a new sidekick 5 years later.
Well, kind of a sidekick, kind of not.
Yeah.
Nightwing makes an appearance.
Well, he's there quite a bit too. I mean, you'd think that Batman acts like he's not there with him, but he's like back in the cave with him. He's talking to Alfred.
Well, what did you think about that? Because I have that written down in my notes. What did you think about Batman always leaving behind his partner? Always, at least in this show, always left him behind.
Well,
he's like, let's go. Let me go with you. And he's like, he's already gone. It's like, what? I don't understand. You've had partners before. I mean, you've had the first Robin, second Robin, and you're just leaving them to fend for themselves. It's like, I guess, are you that confident in their abilities that you're going to leave them behind?
Well, I think he was leaving them mainly with, like he told him at the beginning. You find out they fight the superhuman guy. I can't remember what his name was.
Amazo.
Amazo.
It's a robot.
Yeah, and you find out, and Batman's like, stay out of it. Like, tell him to stay back. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
And so they fight for a little bit together, and you can tell they've worked together because of the way they're fighting. But it was almost like Batman was like saying, no, I can do this alone. And he's like, oh no, I'm going to help you.
Yeah, so maybe that's Batman just showing after Jason Todd getting killed that, hey, I don't need a partner. I don't want a partner. That's too much pressure, too much on me to handle if something like that ever happened again.
I think that's right. I think you're exactly right, and because it says like Batman didn't abandon him all the time. Like they're in the cave at one point, and Batman goes and gets in the car and waits for the Nightwing to come over there.
Do you know what his name is?
Did I ever say his name?
Maybe. I think they might have said his first name once.
What was it?
Dick.
Oh, Dick Grayson?
Dick Grayson. I'm pretty sure that's the first Robin. And he turns into
so.
Nightwing.
Yep.
And then Jason Todd, Red Hood.
Yep, so they seem to be together, but to me it seemed like Batman did not want something to happen to Nightwing.
Yeah,
Whatever happened, he wanted him to be out of trouble.
Right.
So
I thought it was kind of weird. And then, what about the like almost choking out the Joker whenever they met, because they were curious about the Red Hood, because I mean obviously whenever the Joker was created, he was wearing the Red Hood mask, so they initially thought it was the Joker and he had put this in the plan, in the motion or whatever. So he goes in there and talks to the Joker. Joker's like, hey, like, it's not my fault you let that kid die. It was like, he just like went off, man. It was like that trigger point, and he was triggered and like threw him against the wall and was like choking him out. I was like, golly, man.
And then Joker's like, you think if I did this, I wouldn't have let you know it was me sooner.
Yeah. It's like, surely I would have, I would have let you know it was me. I'm not going to do something and not take credit for it.
So the twist, I guess, for me is I didn't know how Jason Todd was going to survive. I didn't think he died, but we find out he did die, and that Ra's al Ghul, a.k.a. Liam Neeson, puts him in the Lazarus Pit.
Lazarus Pit, yep. So
it brings him back to life. That's one of the things you can do with the Lazarus Pit is bring someone back to life, and they can be healed.
Yeah, that's what he does. That's how he stays.
Yeah, he's 6,000 years old. I didn't realize he was that old.
Been around for a long time.
Yep. So he brings Jason Todd back, and then he somehow ends up, because he was trying to do that to repay Batman for something. I don't remember what he said he was trying to repay him for.
He didn't mean for that to happen, because Batman was on his trail, so they called him the Joker.
Yeah,
and the Joker, it was like collateral damage essentially. And he's like, I don't mind killing if it's for a cause. This was an unnecessary death, so I wanted to make it up to you.
Yeah, and he said that he thought he could control the Joker, which is kind of funny, because then you have the Black Mask who goes and rescues the Joker and brings him back, and he thinks he's going to control him, and what do you know? Again.
Yeah. Does not work out well for people trying to think that they could take advantage of the Joker. It's weird because, what was it, in Batman vs. Superman? I know this is way after the fact, but he goes, we might be scared of you or afraid of you, but we are terrified of him. Like, that's what the guy says to Batman. Like, or maybe it was the Killing Joke. Because he was like, hey, do you know anything? He's like, we'll definitely tell you because we are scared to the heck of this guy. And it's like, how do these people not understand the fact that he could do pretty much anything?
Yeah, he's a normal man that is so unpredictable. And so, did you think that Jason Todd was going to kill him?
I thought he had the ability to. I think he wanted Batman to do it. He wanted Bruce to do it.
Whoa. Let's get there just a second. Wait a second. We'll get there.
Well, where are you at? Ask it again.
Well, okay. So whenever they first, Jason Todd or the Red Hood starts beating the Joker with the crowbar.
Right.
So did you think he killed him?
It was led to believe that. I didn't think he did. No.
So I wasn't sure either because it's what I was like. They're not going to show. It's PG-13, so they're not going to show him literally beat the crap out of him.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to see the shadows. So we saw it a little bit, and then I can't remember what happens for there to be a chase on between. Oh, he told Batman to meet him at the location where he stole his tires.
Is it Crime Alley?
Yeah, where he stole his tires of the
Yeah.
car. So they end up going there, and Batman's like, "Look, this ends tonight," which we've heard before.
It's like his catchphrase.
Yeah. So, they start on this chase where they're fighting each other.
Right, right.
And lo and behold, where did they end up at? You remember?
No?
They ended up in the house.
Well, I know it was the house. I didn't know if it...
I don't know if it would pertain to anything. But they end up in this house, and Robin says, I don't remember the exact way he says it. He's like, "If you mourned me, how could you..." He goes, "I've forgiven you for letting me die.
Yeah.
But I can't forgive you for letting..." And opens the door and pulls Joker out for letting him live.
Right.
And I was like, damn! It just got real in here.
Well, because it seemed like the whole time everybody was kind of thinking they were running the show, but he had everything planned out to a T.
To get Joker out.
To get Joker out, and then to get Joker separated, and then to have him be at that location, because he knew that's where it was going to lead to. It was like the whole time he was leading everybody on this chase for that last moment. Which was kind of neat to see that he was that thought out. I mean, as a villain, you like to see somebody that's got a plan, somebody's got a structure.
Well, he wasn't really a villain, though.
Well, I mean, he's killing people.
He's an antagonist. Well, he's not. He's killing. He's like the Punisher.
Well,
he's not really a villain. He's just... Or Deadpool. As I point with my head to the poster on the wall.
Well, it's like Batman says, if you kill a killer, the same amount of killers in the world is the same. So it's like he's still a murderer, he's still a bad guy, he's still a villain.
That's only true if it's the first person you killed. If you've killed 20, then if you kill someone else as the killer, then there's one less.
I guess.
Anyway, that's not the point.
Right.
You're right. I understand what you're saying. You're right. Yeah, you're no better than them if you kill them.
Right.
But at the same time, how many times does... Yeah, like I was trying to figure out what his point was going to be, because it seemed like he was angry at Batman.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, well, what's his point? Either he's mad because he let him die, and he didn't let him die. He was right there. He tried to rescue him. And then you find out, it's like, oh, snap. That's what it is.
You just didn't get revenge, essentially. It was a revenge story.
Right.
Which I thought was kind of weird. He goes 100% evil, or not 100%, let's say 70% evil.
He goes...
To get revenge.
Anti-hero,
yeah. Well, so he goes Punisher to get revenge. I mean, I guess he's do the same thing, but it just seems kind of odd that was what the whole story was about. He wanted Batman to get revenge.
Yep. He wanted Batman to prove his loyalty almost.
Yeah, that he was worthy. That Jason Todd was worthy of Batman killing somebody. It was like because I guess he took it as, I didn't mean enough to you for you to want to get revenge.
Right. The only thing I thought problem I had was that, if it would have been in the moment when that happened years ago, I think that's different. I think it's hard to carry those feelings for that long that you want to...
Well, I mean, he obviously did, because he slammed him against the wall and was choking him out
right
days before.
So,
I mean, he still harbors him, but he tries not to let him get him, because that was the one part of the movie I thought was really neat. Was he was like, "Why can't you go this far and do it?" And Batman's like, "Because if I do, I'm never going back. Like I can't come back from that. Once I do it, it's done. I'm gonna be a changed man." He said, "I can't do that."
Right. I thought that was kind of cool because he kind of said the same thing to Barbara Gordon or Batgirl in The Killing Joke as well.
Yep. It's like I can't. Like I want to kill him daily. I always want to kill the guy, but I know
And
if
Joker's
I do,
like, "Aw,
yeah,
you
you
do
do
think of me."
Yeah. It was like, I get it. Like, he's your arch enemy. You want him dead. There's no doubt about it. But if you do, you're no better than he is.
Right.
So it's that constant struggle of keeping that in check, which has got to be hard, especially after he kills your partner.
Right.
It paralyzes another partner.
Yeah.
He's not having luck with
Down, chicka, wow.
Yeah. I mean, at least he. Never mind. But.
So, what would you rate it?
I'll say above The Killing Joke.
Really? Above The Killing Joke?
Yeah. I thought it had a much more coherent storyline. Even though, I mean, we could go back and watch it and it'd probably tie together, but I still say 2 separate movies for The Killing Joke. I understand what you were talking about.
Yeah.
I get it. It was that it's pretty much the same exact situation with Barbara and that dude and Batman and the Joker, but to me it was 2 separate movies, whereas this one flowed nicely, gave you a conclusion, gave you a beginning, like followed
Right.
well. I liked it. I'd probably say like 7.5, 8 maybe.
Yeah, I thought the big difference between them is that in The Killing Joke they had a story with I mean, they didn't have flashbacks. They had 2 separate stories that kind of led to each other, that leads you to this path you choose. And in this one, you also had 2 separate stories, because you had the beginning where the Red Hood was like taking out all these gang bosses, and then it kind of brings in Batman. But I thought the flashbacks really tied together a lot better, and you really knew where it was going. I'd say about the same thing, 7.5, 8. I don't remember what I gave The Killing Joke, but this was a good movie. Definitely, I would rewatch it. For a cartoon, both of these have been really good.
Yeah, very well animated. Some of the voice acting in this one, not something I'm too fond of. I mean, I would have, like I said, Mark Hamill as the Joker is the pinnacle Joker for animation. Like, that's just who the Joker is. Like I said, John DiMaggio didn't do bad as a Joker. Just, to me, he didn't fit the Joker.
Right.
He didn't fit the style. But
Cool.
other than that, it was a pretty good movie. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I thought it was good too, so definitely go check it out. Find it on Netflix or wherever you can. We bought it, Amazon, but, well, if you can't find it, buy it or whatever however you get your movies. No condemnation here. So, but check it out. It's definitely worth checking out, so. I guess that's going to wrap up today's show, just about. It's going to be, I guess it looks like it's a slightly shorter show.
Yeah, slightly shorter. I mean, it's almost the same, but a little bit different.
Yeah, but it's a little bit not as long.
Yeah, not quite as long.
If you take the last one and listen to this one less, you'll still get to the end.
Yeah. I mean, it's about the same.
So, where can people find us at?
You can find us at New Comic Fans on Twitter. You can
True.
Email us at newcomicfans@gmail.com.
Yes.
On YouTube, just search for us, New Comic Fans. We got the podcast there if you'd rather listen to it on YouTube. We watch some of our Geek Fuel unboxings.
Yeah, we got a few subscribers, it looks like.
Yeah, something like that.
So come subscribe. Subscribe to us, yeah.
Yeah, subscribe to us
Definitely.
on YouTube. Like us or follow us on Twitter. And make sure you leave a comment and rate us on iTunes or whatever podcast format you listen to us. Let us know. Leave us some comments, send us some emails, give us some feedback, man. If you have any trivia, let us know. If you have anything you want us to take a look at, comic book wise, movies. I mean, we're going through and watching Batman movies. I mean, let us know. We're down for it.
If you got one you want us to see, tell us.
Yeah, we'll give you our opinion.
And you can leave comments on YouTube as well. We will be for sure responding to those. We look forward to our first interaction.
Yeah,
So
always looking forward to that, man.
So anyway, thanks for sticking around, hanging out with us while we ramble about some comic books and random stuff and how good Stained was in the 2000s.
Supposedly good in the 2000s.
So it took a hero to save us.
Yeah, but now that you're here, you're so far away.
And that is the show.
All right, later, guys.